Hey guys, it's Jay with Columbus Car Audio. Today I'm sitting here with Tyler Schrader, longtime installer. 7 years now?
7 years.
7 years? So when you started, well, first of all, what got you into this? Had you done this stuff before?
No.
Okay.
The only thing I'd ever done is cut a radio into the dash of my 91 Cherokee, and that was about it.
How'd that turn out for you?
It actually went fine.
Okay.
It was pretty easy.
Okay. So where were you before here?
I was working at a pet store, and I worked in the kitchens at Giant Eagle, and then I also did lawns.
Okay.
I was all over the place.
For some reason, I thought you were over at Ohio Steel.
No.
Okay.
No.
So you had no car experience at all then?
No.
Okay. And when you came in, did we put you straight to leather or?
Yeah, I was hired in to do the leather interiors and stuff. Train on doing that, and I did that for like 3-4 years.
Yeah.
And
you got halfway decent at it too.
I was pretty quick at it. That was easy. And then did a little bit of 12-volt stuff here and there, but nothing like what I do now.
Yeah, honestly, not to build you up or anything here, but it is amazing to see like the transition that you've made through the years here.
Yeah.
From back when you had to have a buffer to talk to me, to now you thinking that I need a buffer to talk to you.
Yeah.
So, we joke a lot through here, and Tyler was one that years ago I used to tell him he had to have a buffer to talk to me, because I was just too good, which is a joke. I don't think that way, but it was funny, and now he uses that on me every day. So,
yeah.
So it's nice to see it come back full circle. So, what's some of the things that you like to do with back there? Like, what's one of your favorite things? Or do you have a favorite?
I don't necessarily have a favorite thing to do. I do like to get creative every once in a while. I really like trying to make my installs look really clean, but I don't really have any kind of a favorite.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, I'll say I like doing systems, but only if it's like a full system. Or if you hand me an amp and sub, I'll hate you.
Yeah. Well, you hate me regardless, so what's one more thing to add to the cake?
So,
and that's one of the things that really blows my mind with you is, up until recent, you weren't on any of the social media stuff. You didn't follow any of the big builders and stuff like that in our industry.
I think I just got a Facebook like 2 months ago.
Yeah. Worst thing you could have ever done, probably. But
Wow.
At any rate, it always blew my mind that like your wiring and stuff like that. You're one of the most particular people when it comes to the wiring. You're very particular about how you want everything, and it's funny because it's a lot of what I like to see.
Yeah.
And it really, you see, so there's so many guys that you can follow on Facebook, Instagram, and all that, and you see, they're always posting builds. A good friend of mine, Dave Kozakowski, is always posting these high-end builds that he's doing, and it's really cool to see. But you never had that experience, but yet you still had that mentality.
Yeah.
So where do you think that comes from?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think I've always just kind of taken a pride in what I do. It doesn't matter what I did.
Yeah.
When I did lawns, I made sure my lawns were perfect.
Yeah.
Even if it was a $20 lawn,
Right.
I'd spend a good amount of time making it look good. It didn't matter what it was.
Well, and I think that is a big part of it, is you have to take the pride in your work. So many people, they worry about like the final product, what it looks like when you open that trunk. It looks beautiful. I used to watch shows, these shows that you would see on TV, like Overhauling and stuff like that. And there was a show, I'm not even going to name the name of it, but I remember watching this install that they were doing on an Escalade. And this was back when we DVR'd shows and stuff like that. And we were watching it. And as he's going to put the panel on, it looked like a freaking spaghetti nightmare.
Yeah.
And like I paused it, I'm like, you gotta be, this guy's getting paid big money to do this,
Yeah.
and it looks like crap. Now, granted, when it was done, it looked beautiful. But the panels hide all that.
That's one of the things that I hate. When somebody says, "Oh, well, you don't see it," and I'm like, somebody's gonna see it.
Right.
you know, somebody's going to get in there and they're going to, you know, whether it be another shop, and they're going to judge us. I said, you don't want them to think that this is the kind of work that you do.
Well, right, and that's, you know, I saw a post just the other day, and it made me really think. So the guy did a remote start. He was showing off how clean it was, and it was a beautiful job. And on the back of the brain, it had his business card. And I just thought about the fact that, you know, that's someone that's taking pride in their work. It's like, look, if there's a problem, you call me. My number, like, you know, if a dealership or anybody gets into that, they're going to see that and be like, okay, well, now I can call this guy and say, hey, here's what's going on. Do you have any insight? You know, I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
But it just, it's weird to me that, you know, so many guys are, you know, I mean, it's a lot of work when you guys do these systems and do anything in these cars. It's a ton of work. You're taking a lot of panels apart.
Yeah.
And, you know, I've seen other shops, and you open up the stuff and it's just like, oh my gosh, you know, I don't think people think about the troubleshooting aspect. If something is to fail, you know, not that we ever want to plan for that, but if it does, you know, getting back into it and being able to work on that.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that's always been great with yours, is it's always been serviceable. Even from like a client standpoint, you know, if there's a problem, they can usually dig into it a little bit to try and find, you know, if there's a connection or something like that. So when you build, so like when you're doing a big build, do you have any, like, do you try and follow the concept of like the interior of the vehicle or anything like that, or you just kind of?
Sometimes, you know, I'll try to take something away from the vehicle and incorporate it into the design or something. Yeah, that's, I don't know, one of the first things I do when I get a system is look at where I want everything and how I want it to look, and if we can get the customer involved, make sure that it's how they want it to look.
Right. So, when you do these systems, is there a certain song that you have, like the first song you play that, like, it's got to sound good to this?
Not really. I mean, there are songs that I know play a wide range of different, like, bass notes or something. Like if maybe the box is the main focus of the build, then, you know, I might play that song. But I don't really have a favorite song to tune to it. It's usually just the first thing in my iTunes or something.
Okay.
Which, you know, now it's such a wide range of stuff. I don't know.
Well,
I used to just listen to Eminem, like, and I had no appreciation for music. Now the music I listen to is just such a wide range, and, you know, you appreciate, like, all the different instruments and notes that you can hear. That's where the DSP, you know, really comes into hand.
Well, and I think, yeah, you know, one of the nice things about our job is the fact that, you know, it revolves around music, and, you know, I've always said music can take you out of any situation or put you in any situation. You know, it's funny, depending on what you listen to and what kind of mood you're in, it can shift. It can change that mood to something amazingly happy or terribly sad. You know what I mean? And it can put you in these different worlds. And I think, you know, good, bad, or indifferent, that's one of the things that's great about what we do, is we get to put that into a car and watch these people go from, you know, all these different ranges of emotion. I love when we deliver a vehicle.
That's like, I think that's what made me come to appreciate it. I mean, once I got a sound system in my own car, I mean, just to be able to feel the music.
Yeah.
Hey, that's what gets you.
Yeah. I'd love to know, like, I'm always curious on how many people got into this for just the sheer volume and bass and stuff like that, and then, you know, transfer over to, I mean, I know for me back in the day it was, you know, I wanted it loud, but, and I've probably talked about this before, but I wanted you to hear everything, so I wanted it all out. I want to beat my brains in with bass, but at the same time I want the mids and highs and everything to keep up so I can hear what they're saying. So the other question I usually ask everybody, dream car. All money aside, and if you say some 92 Jeep Willie or something like that, I'm telling you what. I know you're a Jeep guy, but do you have, like, so all money aside, would it be a Jeep, or would it be something else?
I don't know. I'd probably go with a Jeep. You know, give me a full built-out 6x6 with a, you know, Hellcat engine in it or something, you know.
There's nothing, I mean, everybody has their own thing. Now,
I mean, I could go with a classic car, but I wouldn't drive it daily.
Yeah.
You know, I want something I could drive daily.
And so you'd pick a Jeep.
Hey,
Wasn't your Jeep just in the shop?
wow.
All right, so there you have it, guys. So a little bit about Tyler. He has been with us for 7 years. He started in leather, and I tell you, the guy has really come a long way. He's one that I definitely lean on, maybe a little too much for information and things like that, and so do a lot of guys in the garage. So if you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to us. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, ColumbusCarAudio.com, and once again, you can still call us on the old phone too. You can check out both of our stores, 2975 Morse Road, and we have a store out east on in Reynoldsburg on Main Street, where the old Jake's building was. Thanks, guys.